Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Super Weapons vs. Laser General Hard Challenge walkthrough. If you remember, I am throwing up a decoy war factory to absorb his particle cannon, and we'll see if it works. You can see the timer reset, so he just fired it off, I think. But it isn't hitting where I planned. And I realized this shortly after. It's hitting my EMP that I put up there because that is the closest defensive or unit producing building closest to his Pentagon. So it still wasn't too big of a loss. I think the supply center actually lived up there. So good reference for next particle cannon, I suppose. Though his second one will always hit your command center. Not much you can do about that. I was kind of dumb this round and put all my buildings close to it. In the future, do not put your buildings close to the command center when fighting the laser general. Just gonna buy a bunch of rangers to top off that building on the corner there. And I knew I should have stopped construction on this airport, but I kept going. And see the Ranger Assault up on the corner there. The ones in the building and your missile defenders will take care of them. Remember, one of them is still in flashbang, so that can do some pretty good damage too. But you need to focus your missile defenders on the Chinooks. Comanches, excuse me. And he's just about ready to fire off his second particle cannon. And I decided to split my rangers up here into both of those buildings in case something goes wrong. And I have plenty of money at this point because you have 2 supply stashes and 3 oil derricks gathering for you. So at this point you should be pretty much set for cash. Here comes his other particle cannon, effectively destroying my supply center, probably my airport, and it will damage the command center up pretty good. So I got that dozer on repair, only to see the particle cannon heading right for it. So he kicks it in reverse and makes it out. But what do you know, I send him right into the fire where he does explode. My bad. Go ahead and get these free rangers and put them up in the building there. Build another airfield, but then I see his third particle cannon is ready to shoot, and it follows the same mechanics as the first one. So if you have a building close to his Pentagon, he will hit that first. So I got another war factory ready here. We'll see if this one works. You can see the missile defenders taking out vehicles under the bridge there. Just gotta make sure that building in front of them gets blown up completely, or it will shield their line of sight. Okay, he just fired his third particle cannon, and it actually hits my EMP right there. I didn't quite understand this one. I think I'm going to have to start using the EMPs to shield. But I'm pretty sure this one will actually go down and destroy my power plant. Which is unfortunate, but the loss could have been bigger. see if I can turn down the graphics, cut down lag. Yep, here it comes. Power plant exploded. Since none of the buildings I have up are that power dependent, it isn't that big of a deal right now. But I'd like to have my mini map, so I will put another power plant up. Get the supply gatherers going again because you do not want to be caught without money. You need to always make sure you're gathering. And I got a strategy center going up now, finally. Space that out because you don't want that to get blown up either. And we'll go ahead and get control rods for this building since I don't like to be pushing the yellow power limit. And they're cheap. At this point, I'm going to put another Patriot platform way up towards his base. So next time he fires off a particle cannon, that will be the only thing that gets hit. Assuming my first theory is correct. Check on things up there. Then once that strategy center gets up, you can pick a battle plan, which is amazing for the United States factions. Amazing, amazing. And get the supply lines upgrade too. Also an excellent upgrade. I think for this round I'm going to get bombardment because I'm not using very many EMP Patriots. Usually I get search and destroy if I'm relying on them to defend my base. That way they can pick off, you know, sometimes the Scud launchers or the nuke cannons. And then once you get the strategy center up, you can start building what super weapons does best. Super weapons. And you can fry the laser general's base without even touching it. Just to be safe. Get that dozer out of there because if all goes according to plan, that will get destroyed. And I'm stocking up on Auroras because even though I hate sending them to their death, they are quite effective, and I will use those to destroy his particle cannons. Because I am tired of him shooting them at me. Okay, I like the A-10s personally. They're quite powerful, and it did work. He's hitting the EMP with his particle cannon, so that will be the only thing destroyed. The plan worked flawlessly. And I'm going to focus his A-10s on his particle cannons, because the A-10s will effectively hit all three if aimed right there. Their missiles have a wide range of area damage. And then I'm going to use the decoy trick with the satellite to activate the lasers on the opposite end of the Pentagon so the A-10s won't take fire from them. But I think maybe one will still go down to an Avenger. Yeah, there it is. To be expected. two of them will still do some pretty good damage. And then I'm about to move in with the Auroras to finish them off. He does have one ready to launch, and I think he actually will get it off. In fact, I can guarantee he will. So I'm going to tag the one with 30 seconds on it instead.